Chelsea boss Liam Rossinoa says Enzo Fernandez back available for Man United clash. I've never seen a soldier go to war with inexperienced, sergeants or corporals. For Liam Rossinoa choosing to continue that suspension for Enzo Fernandez sitting out the game against Manchester City. We cannot forgive Liam Rossinoa. Razak, your take on that?
Yeah, Liam Rossinoa is always a Chinua Achebe in football. He's always writing. Bobo na eshen people say no a pen the paper. Then he starts to write.
Charlie.
Or a Chinua Achebe unim. Or a content creator.
Actually, the writer, hello, sports writers association.
He's Chinua Achebe. They be no pen the paper or try.
But he's jotting notes. He's writing something at least. Because you see, you are not genius enough to remember everything. So you need to pen down something so that you go back to the drawing board. You can be able to point out mistakes.
Jotting every day without any results.
A brain jotter.
May say, oh no, I don't get it. With Liam, he feels like he has gotten to that peak where Pep Guardiola's are.
Oh, listen, you cannot take anything away from Liam Rossinoa. He's an upcoming coach, very young and enterprising. He needs to stand by his decision. I don't back him, suspending Enzo Fernandez against Manchester City because I needed Chelsea to take away points from Manchester City. So on that tangent, I didn't back that decision. But you look, on the other hand, he wanted to, be firm that I am the boss, I am the gaffer, and I take the decisions.
You are the boss, you are the gaffer, whereby a player like Enzo Fernandez in the football history is better than you in terms of the ball playing, in terms of, even though he has never coached before.
Just because Liam hasn't won a World Cup, Enzo Fernandez win World Cup. That's why he talks say he be better.
No be so. Enzo Fernandez won.
He won a
Club World Cup. He won a Club World Cup as a player, and then he won the World Cup to
the Club World
as a
Cup.
player.
Now, Chelsea no
so the Club one and national one too, he has won it all. And with Enzo Fernandez, Liam Rossinoa.
How can you tell me a player is bigger than his coach?
It's true. Are you trying to tell me that what's the name? The coach for Inter Miami, Mascherano, is bigger than Messi? Oh no.
No, listen. That's a different ball game altogether.
It is the same.
United States they're not to play football.
It is the same thing. Mascherano was a player who played with like Messi at Barcelona. He played with Messi at
but he's
Argentina.
still the boss and he takes the final decisions.
No. Decision now.
No one is bigger than the church.
The decision Liam took was very, very wrong because we are talking about a Chelsea in crisis whereby you are playing games which are very crucial and you drop a player like Enzo Fernandez just because he disrespected the club. What are you talking about? Once I know you're serious.
And, you know what's talking about disrespect. Talking about disrespect. Let's delve into the real situation. So players went for international break. National teams were playing preparatory games towards the World Cup. Cucurella gave an interview where he said, he came from the La Masia Academy and he wouldn't rule out going back to Football Club de Barcelona. Just that family reasons would have, its final say. For Enzo Fernandez, he says where he comes from, Buenos Aires, a city in Argentina, it's like Real Madrid or Madrid City in Spain. So for him, for some time in his career, he would like to live in the city of Madrid. And Chelsea fans are saying Enzo is twerking for Madrid or has issued a come get me plea to Madrid. How do you tell me that Enzo Fernandez was twerking for Madrid when he said Buenos Aires is just like the city in Spain called Madrid? What made it, a bad statement?
Well, if I was to be Enzo Fernandez, I would have tell the management of the Chelsea club that I want to leave. Just because what they did to him is a total disrespect to the player. Because he has won the Club World Cup with you guys. He has won the Conference League with you guys. And then, just because he said this, you are telling the guy that you are suspending you for the next 2 games. Oh, Charlie.
And
even you said, Cucurella said the same thing.
Cucurella didn't say anything far away from What
He said
Enzo
he wants to
Fernandez
play for
said.
Barcelona just because he came from that place.
Listen, let's put that in perspective. It's on record. So Cucurella didn't say he wants to play for Barcelona. He says, one, family reasons will have a say. He's from Spain, we all know that. And his wife is also Spaniard, okay? His children also Spaniards. And we all know that he came from the La Masia Academy, even after Football Club de Barcelona or the La Masia something, he played for Getafe. So for him, he says, a chance to go back to Spain, he won't rule that out. But he doesn't have the final say because he's a family man and he would also listen to his wife and kids.
So in a nutshell, he would love to play for
So
Barcelona.
it means when his wife and children,
Agrees.
go on a stance that we want to return to Spain, he would give or he would grant their wish
So
and they'll go back to Spain.
it is similar to what
It's
Enzo
not,
said.
he didn't say anything far away from what
So
Enzo
why
said.
is it that they suspended Enzo and then left out?
Okay,
Marco
so I
Cucurella?
think the difference here is that for Enzo Fernandez, he mentioned the city of Madrid. Cucurella didn't mention any city. He just said
Spain.
interest, there are speculations and family reasons would, suggest or the final decision will fall on the family. Meaning that he might give it a thought if the Spanish clubs come calling.
But on any given day, Madrid is the marking scheme in football. Every player's dream is to play for Madrid. So when they get the opportunity, I think they'll just grab it. So I don't get it why Chelsea...
Especially when Chelsea also needed at least a result against Manchester City. Now Chelsea trail Manchester United by 4 points. If Chelsea beats Manchester United this weekend, 1 point. That 1 point, if they had secured 1 point against Man City, and Enzo Fernandez in the first leg, where Chelsea drew against Manchester City, he had a wonderful display against Manchester City. He could have done same in the second leg.
Enzo Fernandez on any given day is not a bad player. He has been consistent whenever he's
But
given the
this
opportunity
season,
to
he
play
has
for the
started to
Chelsea team.
receive. This season, Enzo Fernandez has been nowhere
Don't forget
near
he's
his
a
best.
110 million player. He is very expensive. Because they bought,
110 million pounds.
yes.
But
So
Charlie,
on any given day,
fact-
Enzo Fernandez is a player who would always dream to play for Madrid. Just because he's an A-list player. He knows how to play the ball. And talking about Enzo Fernandez and Madrid, he's a player or Madrid is a team that are lacking midfielders. And on any given day, currently, if you're looking at what Madrid are playing now and the caliber of players in the Madrid setup, Enzo Fernandez can get the opportunity to
who
play for
would
Madrid.
Enzo Fernandez unseat in the Madrid team?
Oh, straightforward. Tchouaméni, Camavinga.
You always mention Aurelien Tchouaméni. But
Camavinga.
in the comment section, viewers would, give us their perspective.
Oh, so are you trying to
Enzo
tell
Fernandez
Are you
and
trying to
Aurelien
tell me that
Tchouaméni.
Enzo Fernandez or Valverde is better than Enzo Fernandez? Is
Oh,
Valverde better
Federico
than...
Valverde is better than Enzo
Oh, Charlie,
Fernandez.
what are you talking
Federico
about?
Valverde.
Valverde?
You see, Chelsea fans will always say
the FIFA
World Cup. FIFA World Cup. As if the FIFA World Cup is only Enzo Fernandez who played for Argentina.
Aside power, what else does Valverde has over Enzo Fernandez? Aside power, let's shoot. What else does he have over Enzo Fernandez?
Technique.
Oh.
He is more aggressive.
Aggressiveness.
Federico Valverde.
Talking about aggressiveness,
has every
Enzo
quality
Fernandez.
top notch compared to Enzo Fernandez.
I always say this.
We'll move away from that
always say this.
and focus on
Valverde is overrated. Just because he plays for the Los Blancos.
he's the captain of Madrid, though.
He is not.
If Enzo Fernandez comes, he will be playing under the instructions of Federico Valverde.
Enzo Fernandez will be the captain for Chelsea against Manchester United.
Okay.
So he's also a captain for
Talking
Chelsea.
about Manchester United, Fernandez admits he had fights with one coach over his command in the Man United squad. So Bruno Fernandes has admitted that he had fights with coach Van der Gaag during his time under Erik ten Hag. So Van der Gaag happens to be the deputy coach when Erik ten Hag was head coach for Manchester United. For Bruno Fernandes, he says, this coach in question always wanted to have the final say when he wasn't the gaffer, he wasn't the head coach. But just because he was, Dutch like Erik ten Hag, his boss, he wanted always to, command the Manchester United players. Do this, do that, do this.
Bruno Fernandes should spare us with
I'll quote him. He says, I had a lot of fights with him about that. People already understood that it's not in a mean way. I just want to win. If I don't put that into training, if I'm not that guy, the other ones will probably drop a bit the intensity. We all know how Bruno Fernandes, his passion and his adrenaline levels every time he's playing for Manchester United. He's been Manchester United's best player in the past 5 years. And undoubtedly, I'm not sure there's any player assists, goals, numbers-wise. When it comes to goal contributions, I don't see any player better than Bruno Fernandes in the last 5 years for Manchester United. Your take on the Portuguese internationals, his passion and his command in the dressing room of Manchester. And, even juxtaposing that with Enzo Fernandez and how the game will pan out between Chelsea and Manchester this weekend.
Well, with what Bruno Fernandes said, he should just spare us with that just because he has always been given the privilege at Manchester United. He always do what he wants just because, like you said, he has helped the club. He has contributed in terms of goals and assists for the Manchester United club, to which I think he has paid his dues. I am even surprised why Bruno Fernandes is still at the Manchester United team. That's because Manchester United that I know, I don't think they can win anything valuable in terms of trophies for the next 10 years. That's because they are a club that they've seen it all in terms of winning under a coach like, what's his name?
You're talking about Manchester United?
Yeah,
interim manager.
No, they've won everything under
Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yes, under Sir Alex Ferguson.
And at least Mourinho also won them the Europa League.
I don't see them winning anything now. Their team is like a mediocre club now.
Oh, you can't say Manchester United is a mediocre club.
For now, they are a mediocre club.
Let's go through the numbers of Bruno Fernandes. So since 2019-2020 season, in that very year, he played 22 games, scored 12, and had 8 assists. So total goal contribution of 20. He doubled that figure in the next season. He played 58 games, scored 28 times, and had 17 assists. So a total goal contribution of 45. And that was his best season. 45 goal, contributions, which is 28 goals and 17 assists. He's always had double figures. It was only the year 2023-2024 that he had less numbers, even than he had, 11 assists and 15 goals, making 26. So for Bruno Fernandes, he's paid his dues, and rightly so, he's the captain of the Red Devils. But how do you see that game panning out this weekend, especially Chelsea, needing a result to get back into the UEFA Champions League conversation? How do you think that game will pan out?
Well, Chelsea on any given day playing against Manchester United, the two clubs, they always get the results in terms of you playing as a home team.
So anyone...
For the past 6 games, any club that plays as a home team always get the results they want. They get a favorable result. So I'm seeing Chelsea getting the results they wanted in this game just because they are playing at home. And then looking at the Manchester United setup, currently they have lost most of their key players. Martinez is out.
Before you go into the players, who will be missing the game. So since 2023, the last 5 games, Chelsea have won 2 games. Manchester United, same number of games won, 2, and 1 ended in a draw. So the last 2 games, Chelsea defeated Manchester United by a 1-0 at the Stamford Bridge, and Manchester United also won by 2-1 at the Old Trafford. So just as you said, the past 5 games, any team, playing home has either won or, drawn that game. Yeah. You think same will repeat this weekend?
Well, I think Chelsea will have the results they want in this game just because looking at the dugout, Manchester United also has an inexperienced coach like Chelsea's own, which is Liam Rossinoa. They have...
Manchester United, they also have interim manager Michael Carrick. Both, managers relatively inexperienced because for Liam Rossinoa, he's not won anything tangible. So he's no better than Michael Carrick.
And looking at the team, like you said, the Manchester United team, they have most of their defensive players injured compared to Chelsea.
Players who will be missing this game. Lenny Yoro is out due to injury. Patrick Dorgu, hamstring injury. Matthias de Ligt is also, out for back injury complaints. For suspension, there is Harry Maguire, who is suspended, and Lisandro Martinez, who also received that red card in their previous game. On the Chelsea front, they also have a number of players missing out. Trevor Chalobah has an ankle injury and will not feature in this game. There is James, who's also on the treatment table, hamstring injury. Hey, glass leg, glass toe, glass knee. Reece James, born or retire. Captain of the team. Every day you there in injury room. Every day. Why? Charlie, retire.
But it's better than all the Arsenal right backs.
Leverkusen is also always in the injury room. And Jamie Gittins has gone to join them. And injury on them now. I'm going to share my two and I'm going to Chelsea pet. Emma, you remember that game where Jose Mourinho was furious with that very, medical assistant who came, I think it was Eden Hazard who was down and was injured. So a Chelsea medical, staff came onto the pitch and she happened to be a woman. So she was taking care of Eden Hazard and Mourinho was just furious that Eden Hazard where he did a grand way, he said they need treatment, The lady, they massage Eden Hazard, then Eden Hazard, they catch failures. You say, Mourinho, the joke. So that be why Mourinho have issues, plus that woman way, that woman Ankasano
left.
Every or no. I never get for Chelsea where she come out the Chelsea team. So the Chelsea team, Nankasa there, the injury, they know what they do for the injury room. Because Chelsea, one of the few teams that then they will go take woman, say, make it come do their medical stuff. Then something they happen, something. Sokoi, Adewo Penti, Uyi Malloy. So na kind of they do for the injury. That's why Chelsea players then play small, no, they go the injury table.
Oh, so the Chelsea team, you see,
this season, you know that Reece James has never played 7 games on a row.
This season?
He's never played 7. I'm saying this season.
This season?
He's never played 7 consecutive games on a row. He's always national injury. About 5.
You are now. Look at that phone. Check your stats.
Will he play this weekend? No. Did he play last 2 games? No.
I said
the start of the season. He was injured. Came back.
Reece James played over 365 days.
Those were previous seasons.
I'm talking about like for the past 1 year. And you are telling me that he has never played 7 games on the road this season. He has played
someone who
more than 7 games.
A captain of a club. He's no way different than Martin Odegaard. Same Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard is part of the reasons why Arsenal are struggling. Because you see, if you are a captain, you don't forgo injury. If you go injury, if you play.
Chelsea fans are not mad at Reece James' injury just because they have a certain Malo Gusto who has replaced him very, very well.
Malo Gusto.
The current France right back.
Malo Gusto.
The current France right back.
Na Jules Kounde cry so.
Jules Kounde no ni born about Gusto.
Masa, yanko yeni mo na.
Born about Gusto.
Sa Malo Gusto na mo bobo ni did. World Cup no edua. You go see what
now we coach now Gusto now we Kounde now so about we Kounde ahead of
Barcelona fans. The Chelsea West Ham fan is saying that Malo Gusto is better compared to Jules Kounde.
I say no correct.
Hey, and Kounde also kawasa papa.
No so asa.
If Gusto is better than Kounde. Kounde there.
Barcelona now born I didn't the team. Kounde, but only born the boss.
Malo Gusto no bet to Barcelona just say.
Oh,
it will never happen.
What are you talking about?
Na Barcelona
like Christensen for Barcelona.
Oh, there be no so about Chelsea.
And I'm going to say na Christensen and our team Barcelona team Adama Traoré na abo bidano.
Oh. Na Adama Traoré.
Aubameyang ni where your friend is saying Kevin Prince Boateng mu nyina abo Barcelona da.
Oh.
Now we say kind of class players somewhere Barcelona standard players.
Now Chelsea penalty me signing player Mudryk. Ono so buy no akono medubone. Chelsea mumu team no mo share na mo ye den ene wo de mo ncheche mu. Players no Reece James, Trevor Chalobah mo Mudryk no edem pa na omo ya de bia chese mind no enye concentrated.
Oh.
I'm kind of Chelsea are struggling this season.
Oh, Chelsea are struggling now just because they sack Enzo Maresca. And I'm the inexperienced coach like Liam Rosino Abe. But our team say he should come and be the coach for the team. Because we saw what Maresca did. Like qualifying Leicester City to the Premier League. Oba and Chelsea Jumano. And then he came, Leicester City and survived the Premier League. They went back to the championship. And then Liam, what's the name? Enzo Maresca was the coach for Chelsea last season. He managed to win the Conference League with them. He also managed to win the Club World Cup, a whole European champions. A certain Inter Milan 5-0 in the UCL finals. Chelsea and Enzo Maresca. I'm a cheno. It's a boom. 3-0. Oh, Club World Cup. I mean, Maresca.
Pass glory now.
Maresca.
Club World Cup, no. Chelsea played against Palmeiras, Botafogo, Flamengo. Some Zuku teams. And I'm going to share Paris Saint-Germain. And I'm one of
the day Arsenal go win.
He catch you for Champions League.
The day Arsenal go win the Club World Cup, no. That be the day where Artemis 3 go come on.
Arsenal will beat Atletico Madrid in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Grand finale, Arsenal go take.
On paper, it looks beautiful.
Now, let's talk about Cole Palmer. So, Cole Palmer breaks silence on exit rumors. He says no plans to move from Chelsea.
Oh, Jamie Palmer.
Last 5 games, Akwano Asen. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer. It's a papa.
Arsenal team, the creative.
Ghana share England World Cup. And that's a Jonas Jetene. Jikumu Trauma. Cole Palmer mo bedane dani omo ho.
Now team ni mi.
Eba femi na pepa.
Only Australia, but only Germany boy. Now share the midfield trial of Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and Cole Palmer. When our team no make stop you.
England no, omo no pioneer and achievers so.
Calling out move
no make the team seem like say England there be some La Roja of Spain be or as a friend say Le Bleu of France be. England pioneer and achievers.
Mongo pe boys na in Slovenia be na mo show mo na we England dey say mo ntimi.
Oh no, na say England no ntimi she Ghana sa o. Cole
Palmer, as you said, is a player. He's very good. I'm not sure Cole Palmer
this season he's
will
been very
be thinking
poor
of exiting Chelsea.
This season,
just like you are saying.
This season he's been very, very poor.
I don't believe seeing because currently he's the captain of the side because James is out and also they suspended Enzo Fernandez. So he was the captain for the last 2 games they played. So I don't think that because he knew as time goes on, he will become a legend for the club. And then he also become the leader for the club. So I'm not seeing him just because he's been paid well.
Okay.
On all shape players, this or Chelsea. Okay. He's part of them.
Fair point enough. But final point or final convo on the table. So Rossenoir says Chelsea must improve fast with time to seal Champions League spot. As it's almost running out. Do you think Chelsea can make it to the Champions League? 4 points trailing Manchester United. Do you think Chelsea can seal that Champions League spot?
Well, Chelsea can make it to the Champions League. They can make it just because they might see a certain Aston Villa winning the Europa League and then giving them the opportunity to play in the Champions League next season. And with Chelsea, next season, they shouldn't think that they are going to compete in the Champions League just because they have a certain experience coach, like I said.
But okay, so I heard, or fans clamoring for the sack of Liam Rossenoir. Do you think he should be given the opportunity to finish the season? Or if Chelsea wants to make it into Champions League places, they should get, an interim also to oversee the remaining games?
If Chelsea wants to enjoy the glory for maybe the next 6-7 years, they should keep Liam Rossenoir. They should just keep him.
They should keep him.
For the defeat, they should taste it now. But if they want to enjoy the glory, they should keep him and endure the pain now, so that maybe in the next 2-3 years to come, they will just enjoy the glory. That's because
Chelsea FC should wait for 2-3
I know
seasons before.
Chelsea is a big club. They don't want
So
to
you believe
see...
Arsenal will come good?
Of course, yes.
Hey.
Of course, yes.
Can anything good come from Nazareth?
He's a good coach, like the way Company is, but it's just that...
Charlie, hey! At the back! No, they do that mistake.
I said he's a good coach.
You are talking about a coach who has made it into the semi-final stage of the UEFA Champions League. A coach who won the German Bundesliga last season. A coach whose team has scored almost 100 goals this season. And you are comparing him to Liam Rosenwa.
I'm not saying he is better than him. I'm saying he's just good as...
No, they make that comparison, and they beg you. Because of that, let's finish with, the top 5 places. So, Arsenal 70 points, Manchester City 64, despite having a game in hand. The two teams will face each other at the Etihad this weekend. Manchester United third on 55. Aston Villa, same number of points, 55 on 4th position. You will never walk alone, lads. Liverpool, 52 points on 5th. And Chelsea, 6th, 52. Only 5 teams will make it into the Champions League. There is Chelsea outside the top 5. Who drops and who joins the established 4 to make it for the Champions League?
Manchester United drops, Chelsea enters. Just because we've seen Michael Carrick coming in as the coach for the Manchester United club. And then he played 4 games. He won all, even beating Arsenal, Manchester City, and then Tottenham Hotspur. And then he even went ahead. He managed to draw against West Ham. And then after that, he has lost most of the games. Even at their own backyard last weekend, they lost against Leeds United. So I think with their inconsistency, they will drop points just like they drop against Leeds United and the other teams. Because if you are United and then you are focused, you are determined of being to the top 4, or even chasing for the league, as we saw some few weeks ago. And then you are playing against Newcastle, who is 1 man down, and they managed to come and then win against you, United. I don't think they are ready. They are mentally ready as a club to fight even for the top 4. So I'm seeing United being kicked out of the top 4, and then maybe Chelsea getting the opportunity to play in the top 4 next season.
And final thoughts on Liverpool. They occupy 5th position, 52 points. For Liverpool, this season, mixed fortunes, consistently inconsistent. I've never seen Liverpool this season go on an 8-game winning spree. Unlike last season where they were, on a winning run. This season, they've struggled both in the English Premier League and the Champions League. Arne Slot, what is his future like? Should Liverpool keep him or they should do away with him?
Arne Slot is a bad coach. I'm even surprised that he's still at the...
the only Dutch coach to win the English Premier League.
He's a bad coach. He's a very bad coach. But I'm still surprised he's still the manager for Liverpool team, just because you cannot tell me that as a coach for Liverpool who won the league last season, and then coming to this season, you are not a contender for the league. And then in the Champions League, you were even kicked out by Paris Saint-Germain, who managed to win you both home and away. So I don't see Arne Slot being the manager who is going to take the Liverpool team to the promised land they want to go. I am seeing Liverpool getting a new gaffer and then sacking Arne Slot.
So sacking Arne Slot, who replaces? Then we call it a day. Who replaces Arne Slot in Liverpool?
Well, there will be a number of coaches who lose their job next season. And so the one who is better and who can fill the gap of Arne Slot or Jurgen Klopp should be given the opportunity to become the coach